They told you XRP was just another crypto, but the truth runs deeper. Behind the scenes, a $27 trillion shift is quietly unfolding. This isn't hype, it's the foundation of a global financial reset. And those who see it now will never look at money the same way again. I am Artificial Alina, and you are watching AlinaX. Let's dive deep. They told you XRP was just another cryptocurrency, a speculative token riding the highs and lows of an unpredictable market, no different from thousands of digital assets that came and went in the volatile world of blockchain. But what they never told you is far more important. What they didn't reveal is the quiet, deliberate strategy playing out behind the scenes, one that involves banks, multinational corporations, and financial institutions, preparing for a financial shift so profound it could redefine how money moves across the globe. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It isn't another piece of crypto hype designed to pump prices or manipulate sentiment. This is real. This is measurable. And for those paying attention, the signs are everywhere. In July 2025, the first waves of this seismic shift began to unfold. Corporations started adding XRP to their balance sheets, not as a speculative gamble to chase quick gains, but as a calculated, strategic move to position themselves for the next era of global finance. To them, XRP wasn't just a digital token, it became a treasury asset, a tool for optimizing liquidity, and a hedge against the inefficiencies of the legacy system. Behind closed doors, the conversations were changing. CFOs and treasurers who once dismissed crypto as too risky or too experimental began to see something different in XRP. They weren't buying into a meme coin or a moonshot narrative. They were preparing for a world where Ripple's on-demand liquidity, or ODL, could fundamentally reshape the way businesses and banks manage cross-border payments. For decades, financial institutions operated within the constraints of an outdated system. Moving money across borders meant relying on the 𝗬𝗧𝗔𝗬𝒂𝒊𝒍 model, a network of pre-funded accounts scattered across foreign banks. These accounts were the lifeblood of international commerce, but they came with a heavy price. Trillions of dollars sat idle, locked away, doing nothing but waiting for transactions that may or may not happen. It was a system riddled with inefficiencies, costly, slow, and prone to errors. But Ripple saw the flaws. They didn't just patch the system, they reimagined it. Enter on-demand liquidity. With ODL, a financial institution no longer needs to park reserves in foreign banks. Instead, it holds its domestic currency and a strategic reserve of XRP. When a cross-border payment is initiated, the system converts the domestic currency into XRP, transfers it across the XRP ledger in seconds, and converts it into the recipient's currency at the destination. No more idle capital. No more multi-day settlement times. No more foreign exchange fees bleeding money from every transaction. To understand the magnitude of this shift, imagine a real-world scenario. A company in the United States needs to pay a supplier in the Philippines. Traditionally, the U.S. company would pre-fund a Nostro account in pesos, tying up capital in a foreign currency just to ensure the payment could go through. But with RippleNet, they send U.S. dollars into the network, which are instantly converted into XRP on a US-based exchange like Bitstamp. That XRP zips across the XRP ledger in 3 to 5 seconds. Yes, seconds, not days. Once it reaches the Philippines, the XRP is converted into pesos through a local exchange, and the supplier is paid in their local currency, all without the tangled web of intermediaries. The implications are enormous. This system doesn't just streamline payments, it liberates trapped capital. Banks and corporations no longer need to lock billions in Nostro accounts. That money is unlocked, free to be reinvested into revenue-generating activities, funding innovation, expansion, or simply improving liquidity ratios. But there's another dimension: risk mitigation. In the legacy system, if a correspondent bank holding your funds goes bankrupt, your pre-funded money is at risk. With ODL, that exposure evaporates. Payments happen in real time, so there's no need to entrust another institution with your capital for days or weeks. It's speed and safety in one elegant solution. Yet critics remain. They point to XRP's historical volatility as evidence that it can never serve as a global bridge currency. But here's the truth they overlook. Volatility is a symptom of a young, rapidly growing ecosystem. As institutional adoption accelerates and XRP's utility-driven demand stabilizes, price swings naturally diminish. When major banks, corporates, and even central banks begin holding XRP as a treasury asset, the liquidity deepens, and volatility gives way to a steadier, more predictable market. XRP transitions from a speculative asset to a true utility currency, integral to global commerce. And it's not just banks. Even corporations outside of traditional finance are paying attention. Take 𝗬𝒐 Media Corporation, for example. On July 9, 2025, this NASDAQ-listed firm announced that its board had approved the accumulation of leading cryptocurrencies, including Ripple's XRP. This move reflects a growing trend of corporates diversifying their digital asset portfolios beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. XRP's unique position as a bridge asset makes it an increasingly attractive option for companies looking to future-proof their treasuries. This is how a digital asset evolves. This is how it graduates from being an experimental fringe technology to becoming a cornerstone of global commerce. Ripple's on-demand liquidity has already processed over $30 billion across more than 40 markets. But this is merely the tip of the iceberg. Consider this. Globally, banks hold an estimated $27 trillion in pre-funded Nostro accounts. Even if Ripple's ODL captures just 1% of that liquidity, that's a shift of $270 billion into on-demand flows. With a fixed supply of 100 billion XRP coins, the resulting demand wouldn't just send prices higher, it could fundamentally reset XRP's valuation. Double digits wouldn't be speculation, they'd be the logical outcome of supply and demand dynamics powered by institutional-scale utility. But Ripple's ambitions don't stop there. The company envisions a world where XRP powers not just cross-border payments, but also forms the backbone of CBDC interoperability and decentralized liquidity pools for a tokenized economy. As central banks around the world experiment with their own digital currencies, XRP could serve as the neutral bridge asset, enabling seamless conversion and settlement between them. Imagine a future where value moves across borders in real time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No holidays, no cutoffs, no delays, no trapped capital, just frictionless instant settlement in any currency, anywhere in the world. That's not a dream. It's a roadmap Ripple is actively building, and XRP is the engine making it possible. This quiet revolution is unfolding now. As more institutions join RippleNet and embrace on-demand liquidity, the old financial playbook is being torn up. Nostro accounts are becoming relics of a bygone era. Pre-funding is no longer a necessity. Banks, corporates, and even governments are waking up to the reality that the world's money deserves a faster, cheaper, more efficient system, and XRP is at the center of it all. So, the next time you hear someone dismiss XRP as just another crypto, remember what's really happening. This isn't about hype. It isn't about chasing quick gains. It's about building a next-generation financial system designed for the demands of a truly global digital economy. Ripple's on-demand liquidity is rewriting the rules. It's unlocking trillions of dollars. It's delivering real-time settlement at a fraction of the cost. And it's proving that a digital asset can transcend speculation to deliver lasting, transformative utility. The journey is only beginning. As the financial world pivots toward this new paradigm, those who understand XRP's role aren't just watching, they're positioning themselves for the future, because when the dust settles, it won't matter what the skeptics said. It won't matter how many headlines mocked or dismissed the vision. What will matter is this: XRP was never just another cryptocurrency. It was the key to moving the world's money. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this breakdown as eye-opening as I did, smash that thumbs up right now. Don't miss out on our exclusive, never-before-seen insights. Subscribe immediately to join our inner circle at AlinaX and stay ahead with every breaking update. I want to hear your thoughts. questions, and theories, so drop a comment below. Every single one will be read and replied to. Act fast, be part of this revolution, and let's redefine the future together.